Coverings. Thank you very much. And you also need to have headphones or earbuds out of your head and phones put away. All right. And here, where is everybody? I'm not here, apparently. Our worship devotional thought, Nathaniel Boyd.
One of my favorite stories of all time is called The Endurance. Essentially, the book or story is about a guy named Ernest Shackleton, who was an Antarctic explorer in the early 1900s. And the book is about one of his explorations to Antarctica. Only a few years after Shackleton had been in the Antarctic before this story took place, he had been racing to be the first person to the South Pole, and let's just say he didn't make it, and he almost died in the process. But Shackleton wasn't one to give up. It wasn't long after this that he was I'm going to make it even harder, and I'm going to attempt to cross the whole continent, which is double the distance, way harder than just going to the pole. So he got funding for the expedition, and it wasn't long after that he set out. Literally a few days after he set out, World War I started. So he was literally in Antarctica during the entirety of World War I. He had 27 guys in his crew, and yeah. So eventually he reached the Antarctica, the Antarctic Circle, or whatever it's called. And they were threading through these giant icebergs and their ship and stuff. And eventually they got through, but they were surrounded by all these giant icebergs, and they got trapped. They tried and they tried, but they couldn't get out, and they eventually were just stuck there. After an entire year on the ice of just attempting to get out, they couldn't get out. After that year, after wintering on the ice in Antarctica, the coldest place on Earth, their ship sunk. So they're stuck out on the ice with no hope of getting out, hundreds of miles away from land. And there's just no hope for them. But they keep trying and trying, and eventually they walk hundreds and hundreds of miles across this barren ice wasteland, living off of seal and penguin meat. And don't kill me for saying this, but they even kill their dogs. And they survive. It's amazing. Over the next year, they crossed hundreds of miles of ice. Many times they almost died. Eventually, after crossing this giant ice field, they reached the most dangerous sea in the world. They had some lifeboats with them that they had drug away from the ship. And they crossed the sea in lifeboats. The most dangerous sea in the world. If you've ever been on Instagram and you see these videos of giant ships getting swamped by waves, that's from that sea. After 2 years in Antarctica, they finally reached land. But from there, Shackleton had to go on his own to an inhabited island. After almost 2.5 years, they were finally rescued. Not one of them died. They were not the first people to be stuck in Antarctica, but they were the first people to survive. As we near the end of our endurance race this semester, I just want to point out one thing. If anyone in that crew had given up, they would be dead. Although the stakes for you aren't quite the same with like finals and grades and stuff like that, it is almost the end, and just like the crew, you can't give up. The same is true with life. Paul once said, "I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith." The one thing that I want to leave for you today is this: finish the race. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you that we are nearing the end of the semester, and just please help us to be able to finish this race. In your name, amen.
Thank you very much. Excellent counsel to all of us as we finish the semester. A number of announcements, so if you're making an announcement, make your way up to the side so that we can jump up here and run with it. We'll start with campus ministries and chapter.
All right, good morning. A couple of announcements. First, coming up this afternoon at 3:30, I'm taking a group of students over to do some yard work for Charlie Schmidt. Mr. Schmidt used to be the grounds director here at GCA. He's retired, but he got COVID several months back and spent, I think it was almost 2 months in the hospital recovering. And so he's very weak and he's unable to take care of his yard right now. And so this afternoon at 3:30, I'm going to take a group of you over to his house to rake some leaves and kind of get his yard tidied up and just help whatever he needs to do. So if you're free this afternoon, there's still some spots available. If you need community service, it'll count for 2 hours of community service. We need you to meet in the front parking lot right at 3:30 so that we can get over there and get done and get as much done as possible. So if you're not able to skip class to go and do community service events, if you clear it with your boss, you're able to miss work. But make sure to talk with them as soon as possible. Don't show up to work and be like, "Hey, I'm not coming to work today. I'm going to do this." You need to clear it as soon as possible. And that goes for the people who've already signed up on the list as well. So 3:30 this afternoon, wear some work clothes. It's going to be lots of fun. The other thing I want to mention is for those of you who are thinking or planning on going on the ski trip, the deadline to submit your deposit is tomorrow. I want to start purchasing plane tickets as soon as possible so we get the best deal. So please turn that in. If you're on the fence or if you're not sure, please come talk to me right after chapel, and maybe we can figure some of that out. It's looking like a good crew, and I'm really excited about it. So please make sure to get your deposit in. And now my worker, what's her name? Autumn. Autumn, where's Autumn? Autumn's got an announcement, another announcement for campus ministry.
Hey everyone, so on behalf of Campus Ministries, we're doing a little challenge. So we're going to be doing a Christmas photo challenge, and so you can get in groups or you can take it by yourself. And you have to take a picture and include Christmas somehow. But there are 2 categories. So if you are a compadre, you can take one with your compadre, and there will be a cash prize. So if you win with your compadre, you each get $10, and if you do just general, then the first place gets $20, second place gets $10, and third place gets $5. So.
You have to tag Instagram and GCA.
Oh yeah, you also have to tag Instagram and GCA. So. See which one's best. So.
GCA and Christmas in those pictures, and the holidays are all about money. Guys Club has an announcement.
All right, everyone, it's that season. It's time for Dodgeball Tournament.
Yes.
And here are some of the qualifications that you need.
It has to be at least 6 people in a group. It has to be 1 girl, 1 guy, 1 upperclassman, 1 lowerclassman. We can have more than 6. It's just they're going to be benched till the other game. But yeah.
So there's going to be a cash prize. The more people, maybe the better. You gotta get some teams there, okay, guys? All right. Have a good week. It's going to be this Saturday night at 7 p.m.
And we have an announcement about Student of the Month. Student of the Month.
Hi guys, so I'm announcing on behalf of Mr. Shatora. So this month's category was sportsmanship, and it was voted by a couple students, I don't know who. Starting out with the freshman class, it's Marvin Escalante. The sophomore class is Eli Grasso. Jacob Smith. And senior class, Seth Mitchell. So and you guys can get your money.
We also have an announcement from the band, the GCA band.
But how many of you, raise your hands, love Christmas? Woo! How many of you love dressing up for Christmas? Woo! Okay, well, we're here on behalf of the instrumental music department. Yeah, to announce the theme of our Christmas concert. Our Christmas concert is going to be Christmas at the movies. So we would love for you all to come and dress up as one of your favorite characters from any favorite Christmas movie. And you can either dress by yourself or you can go in a group. And there will be cash prizes for the top 3 winners. First place will receive $100. Second place is $75, and the third place is $50. If you come as a group and win, your cash prize will be distributed within your group.
This year we have the opportunity to sell concessions, so we encourage all of you to bring money with you to the concert. We plan to have baked goods and some other warm foods for you to enjoy.
The Christmas concert will be December 11 at 7:30 p.m. The doors will open at 6:30, and we can't wait to see you all in your costumes, and can't wait for you to join us as we celebrate this Christmas season with music and food.
And cash. Mr. Garrity has announcements.
Maybe some cash prizes. No cash prizes. All right. Actually, kind of to piggyback off of the Boys Club announcement about dodgeball. That's at 7, but we're also offering some town trips Saturday nights for those of you guys that want to do your last-minute shopping before the banquets. So the girls are going to take a trip at 8 p.m. and the guys at 9 p.m. Okay, right after the dodgeball tournaments and stuff. So just kind of stay tuned. But if you want to do that, we'll run town trip Saturday night. If you are on the GCA Student Senate, if you could just, it's not a long meeting, but if you could just pop into the private dining room today at lunch, just for one quick little announcement, that would be appreciated. Tonight at 6:45, I know we have like gymnastics and varsity, stuff like that goes until 6:50. So either you can get out a little bit early or just come join us at 6:50, but at 6:45 we're going to gather out on Center Campus for sort of our annual Christmas tree lighting. There will be hot chocolate and cider out there, and we're going to sing a little bit and then turn the Christmas tree light thing out in the Center Campus. That is our new fixture. So come join us. But there is a voice recital at 7, so it won't take very long. It'll be 10 minutes and we'll be done. Sunday, let's talk a little bit about the banquet. I did send an email out to everyone about the banquet. Please look through that email carefully for some of the details, but something that's important for today is that Mrs. Jenkins has her deadline for Village Girls to get approved. So please make sure that you at least communicate with her about what your plans are. Village Girls, if you're going to the banquet, talk with her. Even if you're not, you didn't bring something here today, talk with her today so you can make sure you have everything finalized. It'd be really awkward if you come on Sunday and you're not checked off on my list and then you can't come, okay? So don't put us in that position. Talk to Mrs. Jenkins today, please. And girls that are in the dorm, talk to your deans. Make sure you're all approved. But you guys know what time escorting starts? 12. And the deans will stagger things so that way we have it kind of going through. And then we got the buses. The buses will be loading from right behind the girls' dorm. So they'll be kind of lined up there back. If your parents are wanting to come, if they're here local and they'll take pictures in the rec room, they have to park out in the front parking lot and walk across campus to take pictures of the lovely children. Now, no matter where we're going, there's long bus rides involved. So I always encourage people to think about kind of being prepared for the long bus rides. We, like on the return trip, we try to give everybody a little water bottle, but it's probably a better idea if you guys just bring a water bottle, bring some things to sort of prepare you for about an hour to an hour and a half each way, okay? So, you guys can listen to music with your friends or your date or whatever you have. Like think about some games you might want to do with somebody you're sitting with the whole time. It's always one of the funniest parts about this particular banquet is hearing, even years from now, talking about people who I had to sit next to this person the whole time, and we didn't know each other really well, and it was super awkward. Like, you can avoid some of that awkwardness if you just think about just having some things to do or to say or to kind of play or whatever together while you're going down all the way to wherever we're going to go. Okay, so just think about that and be prepared. But also, when you think about weather, it is the potential for cold weather. There's a potential for maybe, it's only a 20 or 30% chance rain right now. So just kind of keep those things in mind, that every Christmas banquet has an outdoor component to it. So we're not avoiding that. And ladies, high heels are always nice, but much nicer to walk around on not high heels. So just be prepared for maybe either a shoe change or just don't even bring high heels, okay? All right. Mission trip, last thing for me, and I'll get back to Dr. Gerard. We still have a lot of people sign up for mission trip, and we have more people signed up than I have tickets for, but I'm going to call our travel agent, see if I can add tickets. Right now, if you go to GCA Connect and go up into your groups tab, you'll see that if you have signed up or if you've paid a deposit, you have a new mission trip group that you can kind of look for information and details on. The itinerary is up there, and also what's really important is that there is a document for you to download and print out. It's a permission slip form that has to be notarized. So we have a lot of time between now and probably February when I'm going to want to collect those. But at one of our long breaks, think about getting that printed out, having your parents take it and get it notarized if you want to go on this trip, okay? But just stay tuned for more information, and hopefully we'll have an official list here on who else is going pretty soon. Thank you.
Okay, again, Village, especially Village, if your parents are here and they want to do the picture, just make sure they know, not the lobby, we're not doing the girls' dorm lobby, rec room, that's where they go. And no parking behind the girls' dorm. It's going to be closed off because we've got buses and a lot of people walking. So nobody's going back there and parking on Sunday afternoon. Okay? One last, if you are signed up for the study tour to Europe, to France, I need you to come up here right now and see me. If you're planning to go to France, come up here and see me right now. The rest of you, have a great day.
That ain't my business.
Now, can we do crescendo, lead crescendo, can we do all this crescendo? Again, make it bigger, overemphasize. Ready? We'll start to start, big, nice crescendo. Are you playing crash or suspended? Here we go. Same thing, right there for 5, we're going to end right there. Head up there for have her play suspended symbol and you play, or you play the crash, or vice versa, whatever. And then who's got the sleigh bell? You got a sleigh bell? Charlotte, you can play the sleigh bell at 5. What now? You have a crash at 5. No, you have suspended at 5. That's fine. Are you normally That's what we want. Okay, so let's try to play the sleigh bell first. Play the tambourine and play it right here. And Charlie, this corner note, just hit it. Here we go, right? 5. Here we go, 35, good, 2 years. 2 years. Here we go, 35, 2, 3,